Good day, OA. My name is Lionel Garcia, and I'm your VP of Sales and Agent Development. And I'm excited to be with you today because, as I do every Monday, I get to be with you here on Motivation Monday. And today, we're really diving into one of those topics that are really, really, really important for you, the travel professional, and that is effective communication skills. I know it's crazy, right? Because clear communication builds trust, it strengthens relationships, and it drives success. So you have to know how to effectively communicate to your customers and in your business. But before we dive in to those key components, let's go ahead and jump in with our wins of the week. I always look forward to our Monday motivation or our Motivation Monday because you come here and you share with me what your wins of the week are. Sometimes they're professional, sometimes they're personal. And at the end of the day, it really just helps lift everyone up. And so I was thinking about what is my one of my wins of the week. And I want to share with you that starting today, yes, Tess will be sending out an invitation later on this week, if not by end of day today, announcing a partnership and integration with ALG. I think that's going to be a huge time saver and a huge, huge win for our OA agents. So I just wanted you to know that is, I think, one of the positives or the wins of the week here. And on the personal side of things, I'm really excited because this past weekend, we celebrated our holiday party at OA. And honestly, I've been blessed since November of last year to be working here, and I get to work really with my friends. And I love the fact that I get to work with my friends. They are, at least, they make me believe that they are my friends. And I, no, I'm kidding. They are really, truly my friends. And we had a top golf event yesterday. The day before, on Saturday, we were able to enjoy a meal at Steve and Marty's house. And that was wonderful. And so I'm super lucky and happy. And so today we have a full office with all of our wonderful colleagues that have the remotes and those that are local have been here. So those are my professional and personal W's or wins of the week. And I do see there's a comment here. Let's see, will that be available to all agents? Um, so Laquanda, the test integration with ALG is available to all outside agents. So that's something specific for outside agents that are utilizing the CRM test. But great question. Thanks for asking it. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into why communication matters. And truly, in travel, every interaction counts. Miscommunication can lead to missed details, unhappy clients, and a loss of opportunities. So I want to break down with you the key elements to effective communication. And let's jump in with the first one. This is a huge one. And I know sometimes it's difficult, but the first one is active listening. And I think it's challenging sometimes because as sales professionals, we already know what we want to say before the client's even done talking or the person we're talking to is done. This happens with me and my wife. It happens with me and my kids. I find myself sometimes jumping in before I could understand everything that they're going through. So active listening is truly one of those effective communication elements. And so you want to focus fully on that speaker. This is super important. That means I'm trying to grab my phone. Put your phone down. Don't have your phone in your hand. Don't have your phone facing up. As soon as you can, don't even have your phone on the table, for crying out loud, because you're not giving your speaker or the person you're speaking with full attention. So avoid interrupting them and ask clarifying questions. And I can tell you, for one, myself, I am working on this every single day with my kids, more specifically my son, Grant. I am asking him question after question after question to the point where he's annoyed with all the questions I'm asking him. But it's because I want to fully understand him before I jump in with what I think I want to say or what my agenda is. So keep in mind, use active listening when communicating with your clients, or hey, in this case, my son. Effective key number two is use clear messaging. Here in the industry, We know so many acronyms. We know the travel jargon like APD or TA or TC. If you've not been in the industry very long, you're probably asking yourself now, what is all of that? So you want to be sure that you're concise, avoid jargon, and confirm understanding. So when the person you're connecting with says something, don't be afraid to ask them, hey, did you say ABC 1, 2, 3? Just to make sure that you are connecting. Number three element in effective communication is empathy. This is where you show that you understand the needs and the concerns of the person you're speaking with. So you want to make sure that they know that you know what they're saying and what they're trying to communicate to you. And then lastly are nonverbal cues. And this is something that happens not only on your side, but also on the person you're speaking with. So you want to maintain eye contact, use positive body language, and you want to make sure that you smile. It's so important because guess what? The person you're speaking to is communicating to you without saying anything by the way they're acting, if they have their arms crossed, by the way they're looking, if they're looking everywhere but at you, if they're playing on their computer or they're doing something else. So you want to make sure that you are also mimicking that body language and making sure that they understand you're connecting with them and you understand that they are connecting with you. So now let's go ahead and put this into practice, right? So this is the hard part, right? Is putting this into practice. So let's figure this out. So when speaking to a client, you want to repeat key details to confirm accuracy. This is super important. So make sure, don't be afraid to repeat what you heard. Oh, you're interested on this ship departing to this destination during this date in this category. Pretty sweet. Use simple language when explaining a complex itinerary. Something like instead of saying um, ocean view, say a room with a window. Or if it's an ocean view balcony, that kind of makes sense. But so use terminology that your client can understand. And then lastly, summarize the next steps at the end of every conversation. So you want to summarize what you discussed, but also summarize what you're going to do next or what you expect them to do next. So that way you both walk away from the conversation knowing what is next. All right, let's jump in now into our motivation moment. I really like this because it kind of sometimes makes you go, and think a little bit. And so communication isn't just about the talking. It's crazy, right? Because we think, especially as sales pros, as type A personalities, we think that communicating is all about what comes out of here. But the truth is, it's also about connecting. So you want to connect first before you communicate so that you have a clear understanding of what their needs are, what they're looking to get out of that conversation, and then you could deliver for them. So this is important. All right. Every week, I like trying to give you a call to action, something for you to do and move forward with, right? Because we're putting together some strategies, some ideas, really rough level ideas, but now let's go ahead and put them into action. So I want you to go ahead and this week practice active listening in every conversation. And I want you to share with us, post it here. How did that go? What did you do? How did you improve? Are you already communicating by using active listening? If not, let's go. You could do it. I want you to also let me know which is your favorite tip in effective communication elements. Is it active listening? Is it creating a clear message, empathy, or nonverbal cues? So tag us at OutsideAgents.com. Let me know which is the one that you feel is you're the strongest in, or maybe even which is the one that you're not as strong in. Now, every week I have a quote of the day, and this week I have a quote from Simon Sinek. He's one of my favorite speakers. He's a well-known and respected author, and it's seek first to understand, then. Oh, and I said Simon Sinek. It's Stephen Covey. He also is a great author. But I seek first to understand and then to be understood. And that's so important when it comes to communicating, that you are understanding what the person you're communicating with is wanting out of the conversation with you, and then you being able to deliver it. So next Monday, I got some great news for you. Next Monday, I know I kind of teased it in last week's Motivation Monday, but December 8th, that's coming up next Monday, I have a guest speaker, Andrea Wright. She is the vice president of Opulence, and we are excited because we're going to share with you the pathway to luxury. And so until next Monday, I want you to stay motivated and keep building those strong connections that you're already building. See you then. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.